Monday. How are everybody? I greet you in love and peace. Once again, this is GY. Such a beautiful day. Just wanted to come to you again and say thank you for the subscribers. I refer to you as the Healing Army. We on a mission. Thank you for the subscribers, the future subscribers. Please share the information, like the information, click on that notification bell. That way for upcoming videos, you can join this Healing Army, and we are basically just trying to look for these missing fathers and trying to get them to get in their correct position. So anyway, the name of this segment is, and I was just thinking about it, is does economics play a role or a part in the missing father away from his children? Now, this is kind of like a follow-up from last week about paying child support. You know, I was trying to get the Healing Army to give me some feedback, so continue to give me some feedback to let me know what are your thoughts. You know, last week we talked about paying child support. Does the missing father equates to just a dollar bill? And then we talked about many different variables, what have you. But today, we really want to get into this regarding economics. I had a feedback from a young lady when I was doing these videos, and she's told me that, well, you know, my father, he wanted to be involved in everything, but he was locked up. He was incarcerated for quite some time. And it made me think, and I was like, well, wow, you know what, that is a different dynamic. What if the father's locked up? What if he been in jail for a long time? Then what? You know, yes, one may say that he brought that on himself. He got to do if you do the crime, you do the time. There used to be a little saying. But what if he comes out, and when he comes home, I mean, and if he's on probation or parole, you got to pay for that. And so he doesn't have a job. He tried to get a job, but the system got him where he's relegated to getting certain types of job, or very small amount of jobs, because he may have a conviction on his record. So he may be a convicted felon. So he's scratching his head, how can I provide for my family, and how can I protect my family? And if you had your missing fathers, if you had your mother that was holding you down, and you had your children that's still with her, and you come home, she's looking for you to help, but you looking in your mind, well, how can I protect and provide if I can't get a job because I have a record, I have a conviction? How can I even live with my family? Because if my wife is in poverty, they had this thing, for y'all that don't know, they had this thing called Section 8. That's a program by the government. It's like subsidized housing. It's a means tested program, and it's for individuals that can't afford to, apartment or housing. That's our basic need: food, clothes, and housing. And if you can't afford those things, then in this government, in this beautiful country, we do have a program such as that. However, the missing father tried to get help and assistance, but he's not allowed to be on that lease, because most often they're leasing an apartment, but the missing father, after coming home from prison, is not allowed to be on that lease because he has a conviction, he has a record. So therefore now you're splitting the family. Once again, he can't protect, he can't provide, because he's been locked up. Now, you have a small amount of programs that's been out here that are for fathers, like the Fathers Program. I know one, I had a client in there, and that was nice. They did a lot. They had groups, and they were really working with him to get job assistance. They sent him job fairs, they taught him interviewing skills, and really helped him out. But I mean, overall, are there programs that I may need your help? I need your help on this, because I may miss it or may not know, and you're part of the Healing Army. But are there programs out here that can give a missing father, if he was in that situation, locked up, once he come home, can you give him some assistance, immediate assistance to that's geared towards him making money, establishing housing, and so he can be a father in these children's lives. Now, the father, because of these societal and what's going on in our beautiful system now, he becomes confused because he wants, on one hand, he may want to be involved, but on the other hand, he doesn't know how because he doesn't have the opportunity presented to him where he can step in his role and be a father. So he kind of sometimes feels like, and I've gotten this from missing fathers, everybody. I'm not just guessing. I'm just from the ones that I've spoken with. He feels like, he's equated as just to a dollar bill, to a small dollar bill. He's not looked at as a human being that has feelings, and feelings what I mean by him getting validated for, hey, I'm really trying, but society look at me as this bad man that's not trying to do nothing. So, and sometimes that can be coming from the caretaker, the mother or the caretaker that may not trust him or whatever once he come home. So does economics play a role in fatherhood? Another example, you have young children growing up and they don't have that relationship with their father. The father could be missing, and sometimes the young children, they so upset, and especially I notice around teenagehood, they begin to seek out the father. The father's trying to come back in his or her life, but they kind of like say, hey, you know what? Buy me this, buy me this, buy me that. And the father, sometimes he has guilt feelings, and he feel like he has to overcompensate and try to get back in that life through a dollar as a dollar bill once again. And he feels confused because he's like, I want to try to get involved, but you're kind of just looking at me as a dollar bill, what I have to give you and offer you, but not the quality time that I want to give to you. And that comes from the child being upset, being hurt, having these abandonment issues, not really giving him a chance. Now, I just wanted to share that to everybody because, missing fathers, yes, they need to be back involved in their children's lives. They need to do what they got to do and be men and not boys and do what they want to do. However, I wanted to kind of shed some light on some variables that may impede him being a fatherhood, or the challenges that may impede him in being a good father in a proper position for his children. So I need feedback. I need some feedback, everybody, to kind of help me out, pull me out of this quicksand. Give me some feedback so us together as this healing army together can try to figure some things out, have some open discussions with these missing fathers to try to reach out, because again, the goal is trying to get them back to reunify with their children. But I'm just shedding some light on some variables, some real life stuff, everybody. Some real life variables that can impede or disrupt the process of the reunification between parent and child. So I just wanted to bring that to the forefront, and I don't want it to be like I'm beating down missing fathers, not whatsoever, because a missing father could be looking at this, and I want to let you know, missing fathers, I love you. This is the reason of why I come and I'm doing this, is because I need you to listen, get rehab, to learn, to grow and heal, because you need to heal as well. You need to heal as well. And maybe you can heal and get in your correct position. So I just wanted to lay it on everybody. I love everybody. Again, click the button, subscribe. I'll see you next week. Males, boys do what they want to do. Men do what they have to do. I love y'all. Thank you for listening. One love. Peace.